Satnam, welcome and good morning. Well done for showing up for yourselves. Give yourself a round of applause and a pat on the back. So today we're going to do some work on the immune system. Quite a few people seem to be ill recently, and one of the best things actually I ever did for my immune system was to decide that I can't catch colds or viruses and things. And for, I don't know, about 15, 20 years, it worked really well for me until last year when I started questioning, how is that possible? And then I got sick twice. So but today we're going to do some things to really help boost your immune system and clear stress out of the body, because when we are more relaxed, then our self-healing mechanisms can start being activated, because you hear of people who've been really, really ill and they overcome these incredible things where the doctors tell them they won't be able to walk or something, but then you get other people who have something smaller and it becomes this kind of lifelong problem. So it's really important that we clear out the subconscious mind and these old patterns that aren't serving us in the body. So we'll just begin by closing our eyes and being aware of the breath. And just notice as you start being aware of your breath that it slows down. And allowing your belly to expand on the inhale, and on the exhale it gently falls back and up towards the spine. Roll your shoulders forwards, up and back a few times, and lifting up from the crown of your head. And bringing your hands to prayer pose. We'll open the class with 2 mantras. If you don't know them, you can just listen, maybe join in on the second or third time. You'll still receive the benefits. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Adgare Name, Jagare Name, Sadgare Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Adgare Name, Jagare Name, Sadgare Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Adgare Name, Jagakare Name, Sadgare Name, Siddhi Guru Deva Name. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath. And exhale. Relax your hands down, resting on your knees. We're going to begin today with a pranayam called dog breath. This one's very good for boosting your immune system. You can do it for 3 to 5 minutes. It's also very good if you have a bad breath or dog breath because it clears out all that mucus. So if you've got a coating on the back of your tongue, and often if people are tired, they think it's because they've been doing too much, but it's actually damp in the system because we've been overthinking, which throws the spleen energy out of balance. So this is very good for clearing that up, clearing up toxins, and also getting rid of negative heat. So we've got the heat that is the cause of most really serious diseases, that has that essence of burning down your house and making you angry and overreactive. And also that energy is very sharp and stabbing. It can be very judgmental and critical. So this is very, very good for clearing that out. But also we want good heat. So that energy of, especially from the navel area, of fire and of transformation, and from being able to digest life and this old stuff that's hanging on, that's not serving you anymore. So your hands are going to be in Gya Mudra, resting on the knees. You're going to stick your tongue out as far as you can to your chin, and you're going to breathe in and out through your mouth at a rapid pace. So it's breath of fire through the mouth. So sticking the tongue out, and you're panting like a little puppy. So your eyes are closed. So if you have high blood pressure, first day of period, heavy period, or more than 3 months pregnant, just do long, slow, deep breathing in and out the mouth. And just making sure that you're relaxing your neck, around your collarbone and your jaw. Very good. So keeping that breath going. You might notice a metallic taste on your tongue. That's fine. That's just the body clearing out the toxins. Eventually it'll become sweeter. And if you're new to this breath, it might bring up some anxiety that you've got stored around your chest. So you can take a few long, slow, deep breaths and come back to it when you're ready. And that's because when we breathe, when we're stressed, we don't use our full lung capacity. So all that trapped energy gets stored around the top of the heart center and the top of the lungs. Almost there, last 30 seconds. And bring the tongue in, inhale through the nose. Hold the breath and press the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Lift up Mulaband, so squeezing rectum, sex organ, navel. And exhale completely. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath, press the tongue to the upper palate. And exhale completely. Last time, inhale deep. Hold the breath and press the tongue to the upper palate. Lifting up Mulaband, so squeeze rectum, sex organ, navel. Seeing yourself lighting up, white light. And exhale, relax the breath. Relax yourself. Take some long, slow, deep breaths. Just being aware of any subtle changes that you've created, or that prana, life force energy, renewed sense of vitality. And inhale deeply. Exhale. And bringing your hands resting on your knees. And we'll begin warming up the spine with some Sufi grinds. So you're inhaling forwards, exhaling back. And when you're coming forwards, push the shoulder blades together so you're lifting up the diaphragm, opening up the heart center. And when you come to the side, engaging the navel. So you're curving the spine in the opposite direction. Eyes are closed, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And the next time you come forward, change directions. Inhaling forwards, exhaling back. And inhale deeply up to center. Exhale. Inhale deeply. And exhale. And bringing the legs straight out in front of you. So you're going to have the feet flexed, toes pointing up to the sky. And then you're going to make fists with your hands, but have your thumbs extended. So you're hitching a ride to bliss. And then you're going to inhale and come back gently. So you're engaging the navel and then exhaling, coming forwards and making sure that you're keeping your arms parallel to the earth. So it's inhale back, exhale forwards. Nice, deep, powerful breaths. And inhale up to center. And exhale, bring your hands down, resting on your knees or shins. And you'll bring your head down towards your shins. And inhaling, lifting the head up. Exhaling down. So engaging the navel to lift yourself up. Exhale down. And if you wish, you can pick up the pace. And inhale, head up. Exhale, head down towards the floor. Keeping the head down, inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Engaging the navel, inhaling, curving the spine, coming up to sitting when you're ready. So we're going to begin the Kriya now, which is Kriya for disease resistance. So as I said, it's very good for boosting the immune system, for giving you physical strength, for boosting your metabolic rate, so you're able to burn things off and release things that aren't serving you. And I've noticed with clients when they come to Kundalini Yoga, a lot of them are run down from this busy and doing too much. But it's more doing too much with a state of mind that's not serving you. So you'll find as you start clearing out the subconscious, you're actually able to do more than you used to be able to, but it doesn't wear you out. And also people suffering from sort of persistent colds and sinuses, this Kriya is also very good for that. So we're going to start, if you can't do this posture, you can just stay in easy pose, or you can do it sat on the edge of a chair. You can do most Kundalini Yoga meditations and Kriya sat in a chair, but just make sure that your feet are flat on the earth and that you're sat with a straight spine. So if you're on a sofa, you'll probably want to sit on the edge of it so that you've still got a straight spine. So we're going to come into rock pose, and you can have a cushion in between your feet and your buttocks if you need it. So we're going to bring our hands together in prayer pose, up over our head, and you're going to inhale deeply. Now don't do this posture if you've got a heavy period, first day of period, or high blood pressure, but otherwise you're inhaling, holding the breath, and you're pumping the navel, so you're engaging your navel muscles, your stomach muscles, and when you feel you need to, exhale completely. So inhale deeply, hold the breath and engage the navel. So you're getting a pumping action, that's it. need to exhale, release the breath and begin again. You're doing really well. You've got last 30 seconds to go. So all the postures, or most of the postures today, are just for 2 minutes. So if you're new, be very gentle and loving and kind to yourself. And as you get more experience, you'll learn the difference between when you're trying to avoid releasing an emotion, because we have to witness it to release it, and when to rest. Hold the posture, inhale deeply, hold the breath, lift up Milliband, squeezing rectum, sex organ, navel, allowing that light from the third chakra, that heat at the navel point to radiate through your being. And exhale, relaxing the hands down in the lap. Take some long, slow, deep breaths. So the next posture is in rock pose as we're sitting on the heels. So if you need to straighten your legs, please do, and come back to it when you're ready. Now we're going to do bear grip. So you're going to have your left hand in front of your heart center, not your physical heart, your energy center. And the palm is facing away from your body, and your right hand is facing the body, and you're linking your fingers like that. Keeping it in front of the heart, but it's not touching the body. So eyes closed, and inhale deeply. And hold the breath and try and pull your hands apart. And when you need to exhale all the breath out, you're releasing the tension on the grip, but you've still got your hands together. And repeat. So inhale deeply, hold the breath and try and pull the hands apart. So this one's very good for your heart chakra and the thymus gland as well, which is just the, it's also the higher heart chakra, which we can store a lot of anxiety around there. And making this the last one, inhale deeply, hold the breath and pull, lift up Milliband, seeing yourself light up with Sat Nam. Sat is truth, Nam is your vibration. And exhale, relax the breath, relax yourself. And we've got the last posture on the knees. So if you need to straighten them out in front of you, please do. So if you bounce your knees up and down and twist your feet side to side and just massage around your knees, especially around here. So I mentioned earlier about dampness. So that's spleen energy which runs down the side of your legs. So if this all feels sore and tender, it's a sign you've been overthinking and worrying. So just breathe. And when you're ready, come back into rock pose. So if you're new, Kundalini Yoga is really good for developing a magnificent tool belt. So whatever weaknesses that you have or things that you want to improve, you can start building a tool belt. So things like this, you've got the dog breath now, but also just generally, if your mind is very busy, if you make your exhale longer than your inhale, you're going to engage your parasympathetic nervous system, which is your braking system that slows everything down. So you can just start with inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 8. So you're going to do Venus lock. You're interlacing your fingers. Females, we have the left thumb on top, males, the right thumb on top. And you're going to bring that so it's at the base of your neck. So your little finger is at the base of your skull. And you're going to inhale in this position. And then exhale, bringing your head towards the floor. And engaging the navel, inhaling, coming back up. So try and keep your elbows pushed back rather than forwards, that's it. So exhaling down, inhaling up. So very important, making sure that you're using your navel to protect your back. And you don't have to come down all the way if you've got back problems. Even if you just come forwards a few inches, still use your navel to bring you back up. Very good. This one's also good for your digestive system, which is vital for your mental health as well, not just to be able to digest your meals. Almost there, last 20 seconds. Inhale deeply up to center. Hold the breath, lift Miliband, seeing yourself light up, the energy of Satnam, Satnam, Satnam. And exhale, release the hands. And you can straighten your legs. And give your knees a bounce. And twist your feet side to side. And just relax. So this next exercise is going to take all the glandular secretions that we've produced, activated in the last postures, and circulate them around the body. So the glands are your guardians of your health and vital to keep you positive and healthy. So if you can reach, you're going to take your first two fingers, wrap them around your big toe, and use your thumb to press on your big toenail, which activates the pituitary. Otherwise, just holding your knees or your shins, wherever you can reach. So you're inhaling, lifting up out of the hips, and then exhaling, your heart is coming down towards your shins and your head is following. And you're staying in this posture, just long, slow, deep breathing. Really using that breath to soften any areas of tension. Holding the posture, inhale deeply and exhaling, allowing yourself to come a little deeper into the posture. Inhale deeply, exhale, engaging the navel, curving the spine very slowly, coming back up to sitting when you're ready. And sometimes, because we're intuitive and these Kriyas have their own, it's like a living, breathing thing, people start doing the next posture before I've said what it is. So you're moving your neck. So the next posture, we're going to have our hands resting on our knees. And we're doing neck circles. So if you've got a bad neck, you can just first make sure, so we apply neck lock. So we push the chin back, but instead of just pushing it back, if you visualize that you've got a hook on the base of your skull, and that's lifting the base of the skull, so you're stretching, you're elongating the back of the neck. So you're going to inhale left and exhale right if you've got neck problems. Otherwise, we're doing full neck circles. So we're inhaling when the head comes back, have the mouth slightly open, exhaling when it comes forwards. You don't have to put your head all the way back. You don't have to put it back at all, just doing whatever feels comfortable for you. And the next time the head comes forwards, change directions. So going anti-clockwise. Inhaling when the head comes back, exhaling when the head comes forwards. This one's going to open up the circulation to the brain and stimulate higher glands, so the pituitary, the pineal, parathyroid, and thyroid. So this one and the next two ones. And then they're going to circulate those bliss hormones around your body. So still going anti-clockwise. Inhaling the head back up to center, lift up Mulaband, seeing yourself light up the center of your spine, filled with white light. Exhale, relax the breath. And now you're going to come on all fours. So making sure that your wrists are underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your shins. So you're going to do cat-cow. So you're arching the spine down to the ground, lifting the diaphragm, lifting the heart, lifting the head, and then engaging the navel, dropping the head down, arching the spine up to the sky. So inhaling, head up, stomach down, and exhaling opposite direction. So moving slowly, allowing the breath, being long, slow and deep, to move through the body. Inhaling, mentally vibrating Sat, exhaling Nam. And if you wish, you can pick up the pace. Still doing the complete posture. Keeping the breath strong. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And inhale deeply, flat back, lift up Mulaband, radiating Satnam, luminosity and emptiness. And exhale, come sitting on your heels into rock pose. So you're going to have your hands resting on your thighs, lifting, so applying neck lock by elongating the back of the neck. And you're going to lift the left shoulder up on the inhale, and then exhaling, dropping the left down and raising the right. And your eyes are closed, focused at your third eye. So inhaling left shoulder up, exhaling right up. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Inhaling that luminosity, white light. Last 15 seconds. Inhale deeply, lift both shoulders up to the ears, hold the breath, lift up Mulaband, seeing yourself light up, and exhaling, relaxing the breath, relaxing the shoulders. Take some long, slow, deep breaths. And gently come out the posture. So we haven't finished the Kriya, but we've got a deep relaxation next. So if you need to put your socks on, get a blanket, and come lying on your back into corpse pose. So have your feet slightly apart. Make sure your blanket isn't stopping your feet flopping out to the side. Arms slightly away from the body, palms facing up to the sky. Unless you need it because you're in a lot of pain, don't have a cushion behind your neck because we are realigning the spine. So if you need that cushion because you've got a lot of pain, please use it, but otherwise just lay on the floor and allow your spine to realign. So just deeply relaxing, allowing all your hard work, all those bliss hormones to be circulated around the body. So the more deeply that you relax, the easier it is for your self-healing mechanisms to be activated. Start moving into a space of radiant health and vitality. deepening your breath. And start wiggling your fingers and toes. And make circles with your hands and your feet. And change directions. Inhale deeply. Stretch your hands up above your head. Stretch. And bring your knees to your chest. And you can rock left to right. And you can then rock and roll along the length of your spine or roll onto your side to push yourself up. So the next posture you're going to love. We're doing it for a little bit longer than normal. So again, if you're new, don't be too harsh with yourself, because you want to, if you're too strong with yourself, then your ego mind will come up with lots of excuses as to why you can't come again, because you're too busy, or it was too weird, or I can't afford it. So just be really loving and kind to yourself. So we're coming into triangle pose, making sure that you've got sticky mat. So you're going to bring your hands straight out in front of you, forehead resting on the floor. Your fingers are spread wide, and you're going to tuck your toes under and lift up into triangle pose. So you're coming into a pyramid and just having this sense, so long, slow, deep breathing. So you're drawing your heels down to the earth and having the sense that someone's putting their hand between your shoulder blades and pushing that back. So your chest is coming towards your knees. So your arms are straight, but they're not locked. And just making sure that your head is in line with your hands. With your arms. So your neck is relaxed. Long, slow, deep breathing. And really having the sense that you're stretching, you're pushing away from your hands. You're lifting out of the earth. Very good. So always, if we have any sharp pain, immediately come out the posture. If it's just uncomfortable, then just focusing on the breath, inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. This one's really good for your digestive system. It's a real power pose, helps all your major muscles relax. And also it's fantastic for your nervous system. So if you have been worrying and stressed, this one might be more uncomfortable because we are strengthening that. So just keep inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. You're doing brilliantly, you're well over halfway. Keep focusing on the breath. So as always, we have the choice whether we want to listen to the mind suffering, saying, oh, this hurts, this sucks, I'm bored, when will she stop talking? or we can focus on the breath, we can focus on Satnam, eternal truth and bliss and love. You are doing brilliantly. Keep up. If you've got any injuries, ignore me saying keep up, keep up. Okay, you're almost there. Just over a minute to go. Focusing on the breath. Last 30 seconds. And hold the posture. Inhale deeply. And exhale, bend the knees. Come sitting on your heels, forehead resting on the floor in child's pose. That's it. Taking some long, slow, deep breathing into your lower back. And on the next inhale, engaging the navel and curving the spine, coming up to sitting. Well done, well done, well done. Well done. It's really important as well, although it's the ego mind, to give ourselves well done and to give ourselves a round of applause. And I'm going to do a YouTube video on celebrating, because it creates this cocktail of happy hormones, the dopamine, and so it's good to dangle the carrot in front of the ego. So if you do something and then you're like, a lot of people have this critical parent, if you're never good enough and you didn't do this and you didn't do that, and with Kundalini Yoga it's often you feel like you're doing it wrong and you're not quite right and you're stiff, and there can just be this negative chatter throughout the class, but eventually that starts clearing so that we can reveal our true nature, which is this unconditional joy, unconditional peace and happiness. So just give your ego little rewards, give yourself a big well done, and celebrate every little step that you make. Now the last posture is very good for strengthening your magnetic field, and when that's not strong, with everything that's going on in the world, you're really going to feel the collective consciousness, this element of scarcity, of not having enough, of being overwhelmed and angry. But when it's strong, we can contain our own inner peace, which radiates out. And it's also very good for constipation. So you're going to come up standing for the next posture. And we're doing elephant walk. So making sure, just being mindful that you don't bump into anything around you. So if you can reach, you're holding onto your ankles and you're keeping your knees straight and you're walking like this. If you can't reach your knees, if you can't reach your ankles, still have your knees straight, but just hold on to your knees. And you'll find that you're walking like an elephant, swaying from side to side. Making sure that you don't bump your head on anything. That's it, keep going. Last 20 seconds. And stop where you are, bend your knees, engage your navel, and come up to standing. And take some long, slow, deep breaths. Just meditating as you stand. And you can come lying down on your back now for a very short relaxation. So just allowing yourself to deeply relax, to be open to all the mind, body and energy changes that you've created. Allowing yourself to being open to healing. Giving yourself permission to just rest in the present moment. And begin deepening your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And inhale deeply, stretch your hands up above your head. And bring your knees to your chest. Rock left to right a few times, and you can roll onto your side or forwards and backwards along the length of your spine, coming up to sitting when you're ready. We have a beautiful meditation next, which is for healing. It's a healing mantra. Lots of people use this for, and you can just, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'm going to put the link for a musical version, which you can just have playing on a really low volume, 24/7. And there's lots of amazing stories where people have been using this for themselves and for their loved ones to overcome disease and aches and pains and things. So the mantra is Ra, Ma, DaSa, Sa, Se, So, Hung. And on the hung, you're bringing the navel in, and it's like a hung. It's kind of vibrating this navel cavity. So your hands are going to be elbows at the side, and your palms are flat. And if you really feel this stretch on your hands And also your thumb is stretching away from your fingers like that. And your hands are at a 45-degree angle. So they're not out to the side, they're coming forwards a little bit in line with your legs. And your eyes are going to be closed, focused at the third eye. So it's Ra, Ma, Da, Sa. Sa, Se, So, Hung. Inhale to begin. Ra, Ma, Da, Sa. Sa, Se, So, Hung. 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 Rama DaSa Sa Se Soham Rama DaSa Sa Se Soham. Inhale deeply, hold the breath, allowing that mantra to blossom in all your cells, upgrading your DNA, being open to receiving that healing. And exhale, relax the hands in the lap. Just meditating in the silence. Resting in the present moment. Resting in that feeling of peace and abundance. Bringing your hands to prayer pose. We'll close the space with 3 Satnams. Lifting up from the crown of your head, eyes focused at the third eye, elongating the back of the neck. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to begin. Satnam. 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 Send peace to all, light to all, love to all. Satnam. It was wonderful and a blessing to connect with you. Well done for showing up. Go and do a little victory dance and give yourself a pat on the back. I'm going to stop the recording now, so if you've got any questions you want to ask or anything you want to share, please feel free to stay on. Otherwise, have a glorious day. Keep coming back to this beautiful feeling of being relaxed and deeply peaceful. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Lots of love. Satnam.